Hi everyone, happy Sunday morning, happy last week of the semester. You made it. You have done it. You're here. You survived. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of all of you. I know this is a challenging time of the semester, even under the best of circumstances, and we certainly haven't all had the best of circumstances this time. So good for you for hanging in there. Good for you for sticking it out and fighting through, and you are almost there. You should be able to see the light at the end of the tunnel now. So congrats on that. Good job. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about week 6 and 7 just to make sure. I know that I posted it quite a while ago. I sent you some emails, but this is important stuff. This project is worth 20% of your grade, so I just want to make sure that you really understand what you need to do. Okay? The place that we are posting the slideshows right here, this is actually going to be a discussion board. So your slideshow needs to be posted by midnight on Tuesday the 5th. Only one of you has posted so far. Stephanie posted for us. That was very courageous to go first, and she did a very nice job. So this needs to be done by May 5th, and then you're going to give some constructive feedback or comments to 2 other people by the 8th. Putting it on a discussion board allows us to share and view each other's work and kind of learn from each other. So that's why we're doing that. So these points right here are actually for the discussion piece. Did you post by May 5th, and did you respond to 2 other people by May 8th? That's where these 10 points come from. These points here, see how it says no submission required? I had to create an assignment so that I could enter your grade for your actual project. Okay, so these points here, you don't have to do anything for this. This is where I'm going to put in your grade for your actual project, and this is where you'll come to see any feedback as well. When I grade it and give you any comments that I have. Okay, so these 20 points are going to be based on the grading rubric, which I gave you already, but we'll take a quick look at it. I had let you know that some of these points are going to be freebie points because there's a section down here that talks about eye contact and things like that. Obviously, that's not going to be a factor this time because we're online. So those are freebie points. So everybody's going to start out with those. So you're starting out ahead of the game. The rest of this is going to apply. The only other piece that is a little different has to do with citation of images. I want you to understand going forward in your classes that any images that you didn't create, so anything that you didn't draw or paint or photograph yourself, you have to cite. However, there's a very specific process for this and a very particular way to do this, and I did not teach it to you. So I don't believe in holding you accountable for something that I didn't teach you. Therefore, I am not requiring that you cite your images, okay? But I want you to understand that going forward in your classes, anytime you use an image that's not yours, you do need to cite it, and that will be something that you'll want to look into how to do or talk to Becky about, okay, in the future. So otherwise, this rubric applies. I will literally sit with this rubric in front of me, look at your project, and grade it very objectively based on this. So this is a very good standard. This piece right here with the citations is what I want to talk to you about next. Even in in-person classes, if students mess up one piece, it's usually the citations. And I get that it's tricky, but part of me doesn't always understand quite why students struggle with it so much. So I want to give you every tool and every example that I possibly can because that's worth a significant chunk, and I want to make sure that you know how to do it. And it's also important because for every project and every paper that you do for the remainder of your college career up through your PhD, if you get one, you're going to have to cite your sources. Okay, so it's very important that you start to get into this habit and understand how to do this. All right, so I want to show you a few things. I did talk to you already about these example projects that you might want to take a look at. These are from former students. who've done a very nice job and gave me permission to share their projects with you. So if you get stuck on kind of how to do some of these specific things, you can take a look at that. If you need a refresher on citation, go back through what we've done earlier in the course. Remember, we had this citation video that I made for you with examples, and I have some resources here. And then in weeks 6 and 7, I have more examples and more resources here for you, okay, on how to do citations in APA. Now, a couple things I want to show you first or now, and just kind of go over again and make sure that you really have it in your head, or not even in your head, but have it in your mind that you have to do this and you can look this up. These are reference examples. Okay, let me download this quick so it's easier to see. So I've made this for you to show you what the references at the end of your slideshow will look like. I realize that this is a paper. By the way, this is one that you might want to hang on to, download, save to your computer to use in future classes, because these are examples of how to cite sources in different kinds of sources in APA. So most of your sources are going to be organization as author, or they're going to be scholarly websites. So let's take a look quickly at the one down here highlighted in gray. Okay, so this is NAMI. NAMI is the National Alliance on Mental Illness. So this is an organization. And if you watch the citation video in week 4, we talked about this one as well. So hopefully it'll jog your memory a little bit. Okay, this is an organization as an author. So I have in the body of my slideshow, if I had a fact from them, my parentheses would say NAMI, 2017. And then at the end on my references slide, this is what I would write. This is National Alliance on Mental Illness, 2017. Then the title of my article, and retrieved from and where I got it from. Okay, that's all you need. You don't need to get creative with retrieval dates and source types and all kinds of things like that. We don't need that. This is what we need. Okay, NAMI 2017, the title of the page or the article, and retrieved from and where you got it. So if you use a sub-site or a page off of Career Coach or ONET or the Department of Labor or Bureau of Labor Statistics, they're all going to follow this format. Okay? Now, I want to show you again, and this was in a video that I did for week 4 as well, but I just want to reiterate because now is when you're actually doing it. So I understand that now is when it becomes real. I want to show you this. All right? This is a slideshow that I did for part of my graduate program about stress in college. And I feel like this is all a topic we can probably relate to this week. So I'm going to use this as an example. Okay, now you'll see here, and this is exactly what you're going to do. I wrote a fact, and then I wrote the source where I got the fact. This is the same one actually that we were looking at from NAMI, okay? So this is my information, but I didn't invent this information. I didn't do this study. I didn't interview these students. I got this from someone else. So after my fact, I do NAMI, 2017, okay? Down here, same thing. This is a fact that I found about freshman students, okay? This should give you some hope, by the way, those of you who are just starting out with us. Stress levels are highest in your first year, and then they level off, so hang in there, all right? But I didn't do this study. I didn't make up this information. I didn't do the research to actually create this information and come up with this conclusion. This lady did it. Okay, so I'm going to write her last name and a comma and the date after my fact. Now, at the end, and you're going to have this too, this is my slide called references. Okay, and look, here's NAMI. This is exactly like I showed you on the page just a few minutes ago. I have the author, organization as an author, the date, the title, and then where I got it from. Okay, see how they're all in alphabetical order. If I go to the next one, here's Kitzrow. There she is right there. We looked at that. So in my slide where I had the information, I just had her last name and a comma and the year. But now I have more information. Okay, that's what you're going to need to do. Okay, and that's the part that I'm not sure what I'm missing or what I'm not doing thoroughly. And please, if you have feedback on that, I'm very open to it. It will help future classes. Feel free to let me know. But this is the part that students really struggle with. It's not actually difficult. It's kind of a pain in the neck. It's nobody's favorite thing, but it's not actually difficult. It's just kind of tedious and nitpicky a little bit. Okay, but it's something that you're going to want to get in the habit of doing because, again, every paper and every project that you ever write in your college career and beyond, professionally even, you're going to need to cite your sources. So this is our practice ground, and I understand that. We are learning, and that's the point of FYE, and that's why I'm not basing, entire grades on this, but it is something that you need to take seriously and you need to practice. Okay? So, what I want to emphasize this week, please get your project posted by the 5th. Please review 2 other people's projects and make, substantive comments. Don't just say good job or, nice job. You're welcome to also say if you see that something is missing, you're welcome to say that, of course. I think you need a reference here, or I think that you should talk about this part. But please be kind, okay? We're all learning together. Please be kind in your feedback. Make sure you include positive comments as well, and respond to 2 people by May 8th. Okay, I am going to view your slideshow as closely as possible to when you submit it. If I notice anything glaring that you're missing or that you need to change, I will send you an email as soon as possible and let you know, and it will be up to you whether you want to bother to make the changes and get the points or not. Okay, so post by the 5th. I'm going to be on the computer on the 5th watching for those slideshows. I will email you right back, if there's a major improvement that you need to make in order to get full credit. And it's, again, your choice if you want to do that or not. Okay? If anyone has any questions at all, if I can help you in any other classes, I'm kind of a master paper writer. It's one of my strengths, and I'm weird because it's one of the things I actually like to help students with and like to do, organizing writing. So if there's anything I can help you with other classes, please let me know. A reminder that I'm holding Zoom appointments or phone appointments on Tuesday afternoon and Wednesday afternoon, from, I believe it's 2 to 5, but I can look. So if there's anything that, it might be later. If you need later, let me know. I can't remember what I told you. But Tuesday and Wednesday afternoon, I'm open and free. You're welcome to ask me for a phone appointment or a Zoom appointment, one-on-one. We can look at your project. We can look at anything you have for other classes. I'm happy to help you in any way I possibly can. Okay? So the number that is on the bottom of my email signature is a work cell phone number. Call me, text me, email me. I'll be here as a resource for you. Okay? Hang in there, push forward. This is a tough time of the semester. If you're struggling, it may not be that you're doing anything wrong. It may just be the time of the semester. This is a tough push, and I get it. I get it. It's like that all through undergrad, all through grad school. I get it. You think you're not going to make it, but guess what? You always do, and you always will, and you got this. I'm proud of you. I believe in all of you. I know you can do it. Hang in there, finish strong, push hard. Let me know if I can help you.